understand. So, and seeing all these things that recently that the APC is trying to come up with a one-party system. One thing I cannot take away from this administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is that even though that these people might not be good in doing the real governance, they might not be good in building infrastructures or helping out the people to come out of austerity, poverty, and carrying out important developmental projects. They are very good in politics. You cannot take it away from them. Yes, they can win elections. They know how to map out things. They know how to structure things. That is one thing you cannot take away from this administration. They know how to play the game of politics. And a lot of people are saying, what does this new ADC have to offer Nigerians? If you ask my candid opinion, this coalition, just yesterday it was announced that David Mark is part of the head of this coalition. It has other faces like Rotimi Amaechi, Nasir El-Rufai, and these are all the bodies and all the same people that we have been complaining for that have been in government. Remember that before the incoming of the APC administration, talking about that of President Muhammadu Buhari, Nigerians were only keen in voting at the present administration, which is almost what we are seeing right now. Instead of Nigerians to look inward and equate people by what they have to offer, they were only keen on removing the present government of Goodluck Jonathan, and that has brought us to the dilemma that we have today. However, what's the only thing that the ADC is people that they have come up with is the fact that they can be able to bid for just one tenure, that is of 4 years, because we have had it time and time again that Nigerian politicians, they use the first 4 years to play around and the second 4 years to do a little things, and we are seeing it in this present administration. Just 2 years to go for the election, and election is already gathering momentum. Instead of you to face the actual governance of the people, that is the first duty that you have been charged with. But my take on this whole issue is this: the fact that these are still the old bags, it might be the only way to remove the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration, because many Nigerians now think that this administration is going to span into a form of dictatorship, and many people are scared because of the power that Tinubu is wielding, and hence this coalition is being formed. But we must ask ourselves this question, and I'm shocked the way Nigerians are going about this opposition without asking pertinent questions. I talked about the electoral reforms. You see, although this coalition will, what this coalition will do, that I know for sure, it will put fire on the bottom of the APC. Because if this coalition did not come together to try to fight the APC, then maybe President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be somewhere else in the UK or America or France when the elections results will be announced in 2027 election. Yes, because that's what almost the APC government is known for. And I'm saying this with fact. Look at President Buhari is sick and is going to London, and you were the president for good 8 years, yet you could not make good hospitals that at least could cater for you. These are embarrassing and disgraceful things that is happening to our nation. But that aside, we have started to do obedience. We have started to do this and that, talking about political party. But the main issue, which has to do fighting for electoral reforms, if we had used this energy that we are using to support this coalition, or not to support this coalition, to fight for electoral reforms. If you say you are an obedient and you have not talked about electoral reform since, and now you are talking about coalition and putting the logo of the handshake on your status, we might still end up in the same way that we end up in 2020 in the last election. Of course, it is widely believed that Peter Obi and the Labour Party won this election, and Peter Obi's Labour Party is currently having an issue which will make him not to be able to contest for the election. That is why he joined this coalition, so that according to the obedience, they can handle the matter squarely, because the first time they were taken unawares, people said there was no structure for the Labour Party, and now they are trying to build the structure that will make them win the election. But you cannot build the structure with the bad eggs. The only way this coalition can work is if Peter Obi is giving the ticket. However, having been given the ticket, Are we going to resort in war? Are we going to resort in violence? Because of the power of incumbency, are we going to resort in war and violence? Like I said before, I'm in support of the one tenor system because of the fact that it still boils down to the electoral reforms. The presidents and everybody should evacuate office before the election is carried out. That is what I say, so that we can have a free and fair election. Everything boils down to the election with electoral reforms in all these things. To me, ADC that, ADC this, ADC that, I see it as mere selfish political agendas for selfish political gains. Because the people I see there as the head of this party, they are very ambitious people. They are political hawks that we have already known of. A lot of APC members have already had the camping to this ADC. So the problem of APC, I will tell you one thing for free, is not the party itself, but the people in the party. And that is the problem that we are going to see in this ADC. It's not the political party, but the people in the political party. What are their ideology? The people and their character so far, their trajectory and their track record, are they in tandem with the agenda or the ideologies of this present political party? These are the questions begging. So Nigerians, please, we should go back again to fight for electoral reforms. The energy that we are using to fight for this coalition, which might leave us in the same place that the Buhari administration left us, where we're trying to vote out a good administration of Goodluck Jonathan, will still leave us. Enough said, and it's busy of the busy media. Thank you for coming. Don't mention.